Canon EOS R7 rumors, plus new RFS mount.
All right, so who's ready to talk about some EOS R7 rumors and RFS lenses? This could be a thing. Sounds exciting. So first and foremost, thank you to Canon Rumours for letting us know about this information. Canon Rumours always has this stuff first. So I'll put their link down below in the description if you want to go check out their website and follow them on Twitter and all that fun stuff. So let's talk about these rumors. All right, first of all, I'm going to start off by saying that this is a CR1 level rumor on CanonRumours.com, which means it's probably mostly fluff and nothing's really confirmed. So this may or may not actually come to fruition. So just keep that in mind. Take this all with a grain of salt. So first things first, this is going to be an APS-C size censored camera, most likely to replace the 90D, which is legendary status, and the 7D, which is also pretty awesome. So a lot of people really relied on those cameras, and I know they got a lot of sales out of those cameras. So this is finally going to be a replacement for those. We're going to get that that APS-C ecosystem into the mirrorless world. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. First things first, this R7 is rumored to have a 32 megapixel APS-C BSI, so backside illuminated sensor, and that's pretty cool. Doesn't say that it's stacked, just BSI, so that's awesome. And it's kind of interesting that this sensor is going to be 32 megapixels while the R6 only had 20 megapixels, and that 20 megapixels was a big turnoff for me in terms of the R6 because it's 2022, not 2005. 20 megapixels, in my opinion, doesn't cut it anymore. 30 megapixels is the sweet spot. So if this R7 has 32 megapixels, I think that's going to be perfect. Next up, it shoots at 20 frames per second. Now think about that. The 1DX had 20 frames per second back in the day. Now, maybe if these rumors come to fruition or not, and who knows, but that'd be kind of cool to have 20 frames per second. Maybe it's just going to be JPEG and not RAW, who knows. But for those of you who shoot sports or wildlife, I mean, if you have a telephoto lens on an APS-C size sensor, obviously you have an advantage because you get that extra reach and you can shoot your birds at 20 frames per second. So that's pretty cool. And it doesn't say anything here in the rumors, but I'm going to assume that this camera also has dual pixel autofocus and eye tracking and bird eye AF and car AF, and it's gonna, I hope anyway, that Canon doesn't cripple it and gives it all the autofocus features that you can find in the R5 and R6. Next up, it has a Digic X processor, which is kind of like, yeah, that's sort of par for the course right now. In terms of the card slots, it's going to be like the EOS R5, where it has a CF Express card B and a regular SD card slot. Now that's the rumor. Obviously, who knows if that's going to happen. I personally think it will, simply because if we go to the video specs, it shoots 4K 60. 4K 60 obviously is going to capture a lot of information, and it also shoots 240 frames per second in 1080p, which is kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. And if memory serves me, I don't believe that there are any other mirrorless cameras in Canon's lineup that can shoot at 240 frames per second. I think Fuji does it, but I don't know if, I'm not too sure about Sony, but Fuji I know definitely does it. No other Canon cameras do it. So that's going to be kind of cool. Thank you to Canon if they actually do this, for that feature. And I think that's probably why this camera will have a CF Express card slot, because it's a lot of data going through there. Now, in terms of what bitrate, video bitrate this camera is going to shoot at, who knows? There's nothing here yet, but hopefully it's got a good bitrate, nice and fast. It's going to have C-Log 3 according to this rumor, which is awesome. If you like shooting log and you want dynamic range, C-Log 3 is good. C-Log 2 is better. Hopefully Canon starts rolling out C-Log 2 in all their cameras, would be nice, but definitely not complaining about C-Log 3. All right, and the last thing we have here is that smart hot shoe connector, and I think that's going to be par for the course for all Canon cameras going forward. And it's pretty cool. If you haven't heard of it, it's on the R3, it's on the R5C, and it's basically a smart hot shoe, and you can connect different devices to it. Like, for example, there's a Tascam recorder with XLR inputs, and you don't have to plug any wires into the camera. All the information passes through the hot shoe. So that's awesome. Less wires is definitely a huge plus. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's talk RFS lenses. According to Canon Rumours, we have now heard from a couple of trustworthy sources that Canon plans to launch 2 RFS lenses along the EOS R7. So that's kind of cool. If you remember back in the day when Canon had EF glass, they had EFS glass. So now we have RF glass and RFS glass. And the benefit to RFS glass is it's cheaper and smaller, lighter weight than its RF counterpart. So for those of you looking to save a little bit of money, if you want to pick up the R7 and save some money with lenses, there you go. And hopefully the RF glass is still mountable on the R7 and we can use it. I know for me, I'm kind of interested in the R7. I think I might pick it up, but hopefully EF or RF glass can be mounted on it, because if I can't mount that on there and I have to buy a bunch of RFS lenses, I'll pass on it. I don't think that'll be the case, but you know, that's just my thoughts on that. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna have some RFS lenses. And you know what I'd really love to see if we're talking about like new lenses? I would love it if Canon made some like modern day vintage lenses. Just take the old tech from like the 1970s and 80s and make some RFV lenses. And we could have some like autofocus vintage lenses and just have all the imperfections in the glass and just make it like a vintage lens. Just give it a bunch of character and flaws and all that stuff, and that would be kind of cool. If it'll never happen, but it's just a dream. It's just a dream. Anyway, with that being said, this video is over. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the R7, leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you, and maybe we can start a discussion about this kind of stuff. And I also have a Facebook group right there for subscribers. It's also linked in the description below. So if you want to sign up to the group, join the group, and we can talk about the R7, go over some rumors, some thoughts, ideas. If you want to just chat about that kind of thing, that's what the group's for. So yeah, if you're a subscriber, come on over to the Facebook group, and that's it. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully there are some more solid R7 rumors coming soon. Have a good one.